Wike has commissioned, and then his statements to Nigerians on when he told Nigerians to pray for the president. No matter how anybody wants to see it, that is a statement that some people subscribe to, and it's something that a lot of people have been preaching. Pray for the president. If you're seeing things you do not like, then do something about it. Well, let me go straight to the story. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has urged Nigerians to continue praying for President Bola Tinubu, stating that the president is committed to restoring the nation's lost hope through the renewed hope agenda. Wike made the call during the flag-off ceremony for the construction of the 6-lane arterial road in the Life Camp in Abuja. He credited the ongoing infrastructure projects in the FCT, such as the new schools, police stations, to approvals granted by Tinubu. Wike also encouraged Nigerians to support the administration's effort and appealed to the contractor to complete the road project ahead of schedule to boost the local economy. You know, it's still talking about contractors, still talking about projects and all of that. But then, when giving out projects, Nigerians have talked about the fact that sometimes the companies that these projects are given to are not companies with credible reports. They're not companies that have credible reports. When we were talking about the East-West Road the other day, my guests and some other people who made comments on that we're also talking about the fact that why don't we give contract to certain companies? But then, where is the place of encouraging our local companies? Where is the place of using our local companies? Where is the place of encouraging our own? But then, how do you get to balance this? You want to encourage local companies. At the same time, you need quality for your work. Where is the balance? How do we bring in the balance here? Yes, Alfred, I'd like to get your thoughts on this one.
The Bible said, or says, the prayer of a sinner is an abomination unto God.
Hold up. Who is the sinner that is praying?
Our politicians, of course.
Our politicians are sinners, is what you're calling them?
No politician is a Christian. I'm saying this.
Does it mean that we do not have Christians who are sinners? Let's start from there.
Yes, we have.
So and then we have also seen, we know that that's a very outright statement that no politician is a Christian. Because you and I know that we have Christians who are politicians.
Because this politics is everywhere. Now, you look at it, when a president continues to jettison out of the country, you go in and out, and they are seeing the sort of projects they embark on. How will you borrow money to service infrastructures? You are not into production. Now, with all of this, you say we should pray for Mr. President.
So we shouldn't pray for our president?
Even the churches said we should. The churches says we should pray for our president. You pray for a president that knows his onions. You pray for a president that knows why he is in office.
Well, you voted him into office. By you, I mean...
He was not... No. Mr. President said in verbatim, I'm quoting him, QED. He said he was not voted into office, that he bought himself into office, and that has brought us to where we are now.
That's a statement that we probably would need a video to back that up. But go on with your statement.
You don't need a video; it is everywhere. My phone is there. If you bring it, I will play it for you.
You won't bring your phone, sir.
That is it. So you see this.
But that is entirely your thought, anyway.
It's my thought, allegedly. Now you see, with all of this, when you borrow monies to fund certain projects, and at the end of the day, these projects are uncompleted, whom do you hold responsible? Like my counterpart said, Wike was in Abuja trying to commission a project, and most of these projects are always haphazardly done. Whom have they held responsible? Now, looking at all of this, over time. There ought to be agencies that are supposed to be responsible for the monitoring of projects, you know, under projects, bureaucracy, and all of this. But same persons are also gullible because they don't follow suit. That is why projects are the way they are handled in Nigeria. When it comes to road construction, do you know that if you go to other countries, you go to Pakistan, Oman, do you know that presently they are converting waste, plastic waste, to nylon road? Will somebody that in this country, if we are to send someone forth to go and study how these things are being done locally, then this material should be shipped here. Then we can use local content. Use them as local content, you know, where you can empower other artisans nationwide. And that will also increase our GDP.
All right, thank you very much, Alfred, for your thoughts on that one. But talking about the president buying his way into office, that is something that we do not subscribe to, and that is something that, because we have to work with what the INEC told us, and from all that we saw, the people voted, and then we saw the winner at the end of the day. So that's not something that we subscribe to. But let's bring Kenneth down to this conversation now. Kenneth, we're talking about encouraging our local, like my guest has said, local content, right? How do we encourage our local contractors? How do we, you know, patronize our local contractors? And then we need quality. You know, there's this ideology Nigerians have, or some Nigerians have, about our local content not being quality enough.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I've been enjoying what the last speaker Alfred has been saying about the prayers and everything. But I will just chip in something there before I answer your question.
All right.
Please, everybody needs prayers. Everybody needs prayers. Even the Bible said we should pray for our enemies. We should pray even those that are out of it. Because I can see the emotions, the feelings from Mr. Alfred about you know, prayer is good, prayer is the key. We need to pray for our leaders. We need to keep praying for them. Everybody needs prayers. So coming to how we can really encourage our local contractors, I think we should start thinking, yes, there is what we call acquisition in the Igbo adage. Whatever is happening outside, we have good local contractors. These persons that are going outside the country, abroad, to foreign and to go and work, are from Nigeria. They are Nigerians. They are our people. So what these people do is that they take them from their infancy level and train them to be best in the whole world. You see, so what we need to do is that we need to start training our own local contractors, even if they are not even the best. Might be there are no government entities on ground to help them. There might be there are no raw material around to help them. There might be there are no good roads, no electricity. All those things, all those amenities should be put in place by the government to ensure that these contractors deliver at their best. Yes, there is no or justification or whatever to show that our local contractors are not good. We just have this issue of anything that is foreign is good. It's like what they have sold us right from when we are at the very tender age, that the white is blessed, is good. Anything black that is associated with black is devil and devilish and deadly. That is why we're no longer proud of our skin.
But don't you think there's still more? Don't you think there's still more? Aside what we have been told while we're growing up, don't you think there's still more? What I mean is, some people have had personal experiences with these cases. Some people have had cases where they were cheated or duped right here by our own. When you talk about our skin color, our brother, our sister, and all of that, right here.
Coming to the aspect of being duped.
Yes.
God doesn't have skin color. Being duped is not peculiar to a particular race or country. No, not like. So it's everywhere. Fraud is everywhere. There's no particular race that we will say they are being associated with fraud or anything. No. Every human being is capable of this thing. So both local contractors are all the same. The only thing you will say is that they have privileges that local contractors don't have. They have incentives, they have some kind of assistance given to them to aid them to deliver. So let us totally eradicate this mindset about our local contractors not being at their best. No, I don't think it's a very good one as such.
Okay, so how do we completely eradicate that mindset that you have said we have been brought up with?
We should patronize them. We should give them those jobs and aid them. We should actually ask them what is the challenges that they are having not to deliver at their best. Yes. We should try to solve the problem, not actually leading it. If we see that our local contractors are not giving their best, let's ask them questions. Let's sit them down. Let's ask them, is it that they don't have enough security to ensure that they deliver their best, or the government or the state is not bringing out the actual raw materials to help? Some of these local contractors go outside the country to purchase raw materials. Sometimes they buy substandard raw material, bring it to the country because they cannot find those raw materials in their country. Yes, this is first-hand information. I want to call names. So if we are pushing the blames to the local contractors, we should also look inward. We should ask ourselves some questions. What can I do to ensure that these local contractors deliver their best? That's what everybody has a hand to play in this, to ensuring that we have the best.
All right, so maybe we should talk about that. Yes, maybe we should really talk about that, since you have stated that you have encouraged Nigerians, same way we do here, to patronize our local content. But you have also stated that there are some things that need to be put in place to enable these local contractors or manufacturers and companies to thrive better. And you also mentioned the fact that the government has a role to play. So I would like you to expatiate on that quickly.
Yes, the government should be very responsive. What I mean responsive is they should avoid this fire brigade approach. Yes, it's not when they want to caution agriculture now, for instance, because that's like you. They will now start buying fertilizers. Come on, see, God has given us enormous potential in this country. In the creation of man, God told man to till the ground. He's going to get everything. So why are we not looking inwards as Nigerians, as Africans? Everything we are looking for outside the country is with us. It's just that we haven't really explored those potentials. We haven't harnessed this thing. So when we talk about raw materials is if the government can bring the necessary machineries down to this place to make sure that we tap into our natural resources, to make sure that we harness our potentials. Going what this what is it called? The substance or the materials that these local contractors need to execute this project. Can we actually get this thing for our country? How available are they? How affordable are they? How accessible are they? Yes, these are how the government can reach halfway to these local contractors. I'm even using these local contractors as a way to extend to farmers. Okay. Yes, farmers are not giving subsidies in this part of the world. When you want, I'm not talking about the empowerment fertilizer share is good, but let's look towards too. The producers of some kind of like we have the pesting solid oil and all that. Somebody that refines granite oil or red oil depends on the farmer who is an oil palm farmer to produce that. So if the oil palm farmer doesn't do well to produce the oil, you see that the refineries where they refine those palm oil into granite oil and all that cannot perform. That is why you have cases of people going outside to bring in. They will tell you, if you go to the market, they will tell you, this is a foreign granite oil, this is a local granite oil. How come we have such kind of? Why can't we have one local oil? And when you check, you will see that even the local granite oil is even better than the foreign that they bring, because it passes through some kind of preservative method to get down to the country where we are. So we should actually harness our own potential to make sure that we get everything that we need. African is blessed. We have a rich heritage. It's just that we haven't looked inward. Thank God that the oil is, people are shifting from oil to non-oil products for exportation. Okay. We are looking at agriculture. How can we tap into that aspect and export? It shouldn't only depend on oil. We have gold. we have silver, we have some kind of natural resources that we're not even making use of. Why can't we do all those things? Is it every time we're talking about oil? What about other factors? What coal? There's coal. We still have people coming into the country to mine our coal, take it back and get coal now. It's not in the material that you use to construct the roads. So how many of the states are still mining their coal?
Oh, I
so these are the kind of questions we should.
Thank you so much.
Kind of questions we should be asking, so that the local contractors can do their best. We shouldn't put all the blames on them. Thank you very much.
All right, let's hear from you. Do you before you come to what the government should do, can do? What about the local contractors now? How do they become more credible? You know, so that they can be well trusted by the people who do not really rely or trust so much in our local content.
You see, a government that is truthful to itself, in quote, ought to organize a symposium where local contractors with local content come to or to showcase their brand, you know. And sorry to say this, this is my area. As a geologist by profession, we have all the raw materials to bring about a very transient road network in Nigeria.
We have all the raw materials.
All the raw materials
in Nigeria.
Here in Nigeria.
Okay.
In fact, that was my previous topic. Now, you see, with this now, see, you go for the best. Come and showcase your handwork. Let us see what you can offer. Let's leave politics out of this, so that people can come and showcase what they have to offer, and you will know with public bureaucracy, this is where we are going to get it right. If you look at where United Arab Emirates was 14 years ago, they were worse off than Nigeria in regards to road construction, infrastructure, and all of that. Now the question now is, what brought them to where they are today? Everybody decided to shelve politics and embrace development. And over time, everybody wants to go to Dubai. If they show you what Dubai was 14, 15 years ago, you weep for Nigeria as a nation. We should stop playing politics with everything that has to do with road construction. Because if you look at it, they say he that keeps borrowing will keep sorrowing. Nigeria keeps going to borrow, and we don't expend the money into projects that will enrich us as a nation.
All right, thank you so much, Alfred.